G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Flashlight Crazy. Today I'm reviewing the all-elusive Okluma DC0. Let's check it out. All right, here it is. So I've been wanting to put this on the channel for a while now and finally got my hands on one. So we've got here the Okluma DC0 in titanium. And as you can see, I've got this little titanium bead, which I bought this, it came with when I bought it from a friend of mine. So it comes in this beautiful wooden box here, which is just a really nice touch because this thing can be used for all sorts of storage options, as well as, transporting your light. And it came with this little pouch. I don't know if it comes with this or if this is just what my friend gave me, but this is what I got anyway. Oh no, it does. See there? There's the Okluma symbol. So it does, my apologies. Now the box is really good quality. It slides really well. I'm guessing it's probably handcrafted and it's just great. There's no really sharp edges, sanded well. So that's a really nice touch and brilliant when you're, paying a premium for any kind of light. So I'll just put that there because I really like that. Now, okay, so I get that these beads are cool and I get that people love putting lanyards and beads on their stuff because I think it looks cool. Don't get me wrong, I think it looks great. I wouldn't use it with this on it though. So I wanted to just show that this is how I bought it. I got this titanium bead, very happy to do so because it looks great when I just sit it there in my shelf. But for the purposes of the video, I am gonna remove it because when I use this light, I don't use it with the bead on it. But I do think that it is really, really cool that the bead matches the body knurling. Look at that. Really cool. Four little areas. It's kind of like a mini Okluma body, isn't it? So I love that. That's great. Sit that there. Now, this is an exciting one, guys. This is really exciting because these are, a staple EDC light in the EDC community. And I am just so privileged to be not only reviewing one, but even having one at home. So I am on the search for a DC1 and a DC2 as well, so I can do a full comparison. So just putting the feelers out there. If anybody has a DC1 or DC2 they want to sell me so I can review them on the channel, please hit me up in the comments or, my email, which I think is attached to the channel somewhere. Now, look, at first glance, it's just gorgeous, isn't it? It's just beautiful. I have seen a lot of people customize their Oklumas with different pocket clips. And you know what? I'd probably do the same if I had an array of pocket clips, which I don't. But this pocket clip is great. Nothing wrong with it. We've got screwed in, right? And if I just show you here, so the screws don't come out and hit the rubber clicky, the boot or anything like that. It's just absolutely flush or even less than flush in there. And the pocket clip is very, very tight, but not too tight that you can't pocket it. Because of the nature of the body, you do have a bit of course, a bit of a friction moment here when you pocket the light. But apart from that, the pocketing and unpocketing experience is wonderful. Now we have a rubber clicky here. Underneath this boot is a McClicky switch, very reliable, very good switch. And here we have a diffused emitter, so you get this wonderful optic which comes out. Now, I should mention, normally you get a card that says what emitter, what color temperature, what optic, and when it was made. But my poor old friend moved house and lost it along with a Citadel as well. So he is very upset at the moment. If he does come across it, he will send that certificate of authenticity to me. But for now, the poor bloke is out of a certificate of authenticity plus a Citadel, and I don't have the certificate of authenticity. So what that means is I can't give you the optic or the year, the build, or even the emitter. So I apologize for that. Now, just before I put the battery in, he did send me a vape cell F12, 1250 milliamp hour, 14500, 3.7 volt. This is a flat top. I do believe it's probably the best style of battery to use. And that down there is the driver and the connection areas. And look at how bloody sturdy that looks. No wonder that you can drop this thing and it's going to be absolutely fine, because that is in there good and tight. And it just looks, there's no like wires coming out. There's no solder or anything like that. Like that is just perfect. Oh, let me go down again. That is just, look at that. Just fantastic. Looks absolutely magnificent. So now, closing this over, this is definitely feels sturdy. Just the whole thing about this light feels rock solid. We have memory mode and we have 3 modes in this one. So we have a low, medium, and a high. The low is beautiful. Look at that. It is great just for close-up stuff at nighttime. The medium, which is where I normally keep it, is pretty fantastic as well, because that is very, very useful for 90% of your jobs. But then the high is quite bright. And, you know, when I say quite bright, it'd be a couple of hundred lumens, nothing crazy, but really, really useful. Now, just have a listen to this switch as well. I know a lot of us will probably be used to or familiar with the McClicky switches, but just listen to this. This is solid. And this is secondhand, but this is still solid. Listen to this. It is such a pleasure to push. And now if we let's just zoom in a sec, get this out of the way. So that there is a shrouded tail cap for tail standing, but also look at that little curve on the inner rim of the tail. That makes pushing the clicky a pleasure, because your thumb just falls into it, which is awesome. And the whole construction of this light is just phenomenal. The size of it and the dimensions of it are such that it is an absolute dream to pocket. You put it in there and it has a presence, but not too much where it gets in the way. It's just beautiful. And if you look here, the head is very long and it is slightly thicker than the tail. It looks slightly thicker. I could be wrong, but it looks slightly thicker. So I don't even know if it is. In fact, let's find out right now. Okay, so actually I better just make sure they're zeroed, because I've been called on that before, stuffing up some measurements. Okay, so 100.69 millimeters. So just over 10 centimeters is just honestly some of the best bloody specs you can get. Now the tail, 18.52 millimeters. The head, 18.53 millimeters. So I was wrong. They're the same width. The body, 18.64. And that's at the outer rough edges there. The weight of the Okluma DC0 in titanium with a battery included comes in at 82.14 grams. So again, the specs on this thing are probably one of the reasons why it is so damn popular. 10 centimeters long, perfectly cylinder, pockets like a dream, fantastic McClicky switch, has a beautiful, usable, floody optic, which is just sensational thanks to that gorgeous diffuser. I don't know what emitter it is in there, but whatever it is, it has this most gorgeous kind of pinky tinge to it, which does lean me towards a 219B Nietzsche emitter. I don't know, probably 4000K 219B if I had to guess. Let me just turn the light off, and nah, it's not doing it justice. Not at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and guess 219B 4000K emitter, which is, to be honest, probably my favorite. So I'm so lucky to have gotten this. Now, the UI, it does have memory mode, but it actually takes a while for the mode to be remembered. So let's just test it out. Okay, so that's Let's go low. Okay, so we're on low here, okay? Turn it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It went to medium. So not even 5 seconds is enough to leave it off before the mode advances. Now, let's turn it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. High. So it's, wait, hang on. Yeah, that was high. So it's still advanced with 6 seconds. So let's go. Let's try 10 seconds. Okay, so turn it on. Okay, so that's medium, off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 10 seconds seems to be the money shot when it comes to saving the mode. So as I said, memory mode, yes, but it needs to be off for 10 seconds, let's say, otherwise it will advance to the next mode. Because I was confused when I first got it and I thought, okay, well, I'm turning it on low and then I turn it off and I put it down and, you know, wait a couple of seconds and pick it up and I'm like, oh, it'll still be on in low. Wait, no, it won't. So 10 seconds is a long time when you're counting it and waiting for it. Is that a bad thing or a good thing? It's neither, to be honest. This has memory mode. Just leave it off for 10 seconds and it will stay at the mode you left it off in. Now, one of the most amazing things about Oklumas is that and this is, I'm gonna phrase it the way my friend told me. Not the friend that I bought this off, but another friend who got me into custom lights. So the way he phrased it was, he said, mate, when you buy an Okluma, you are buying a promise that your Okluma light, whether you are the first owner or the 20th owner, will be repeatedly repaired from any damages. So I can I'm in Australia, but I can contact Jeff, who makes these, and I can say, mate, I've got one of your Okluma DCOs. I dropped it. It's stuffed. It's whatever. And he'll say, no questions asked. Send it on down, mate. It'll go in line. It'll get fixed and it will be sent back to you. So that is incredible. Another incredible thing is if the emitter dies or the clicky dies, I can send it in to get those replaced as well. I don't know if he would charge. I would imagine he probably would need to charge just for parts, but I think under the warranty, it'll cover the labor, but I'd have to double check that. I'm sorry, Jeff, if I stuffed that up, but you're basically buying a light that is going to last you forever. And they're currently going for about 450 American dollars. I got this for basically that from my friend, just in Australian dollars. It cost a bit extra. So as my mate said, you are buying a promise that you are going to have a working Okluma as long as you live, as long as Jeff lives, I guess, as well, so that you can send it in to him and for him to repair it if and when it gets stuffed up. Let's just get it on high and see how hot it gets in titanium, because I can imagine titanium getting hot, but I'll just zoom it out again, but I don't know how hot. Okay, so the head is starting to warm up. Not a crazy amount, but it's starting to warm up. Now, if I was holding it, I'd be holding it like this, or I'd be holding it like this, probably like this actually, just looking around. And so far, the head is warming up, but not anything crazy. I'll just keep it here for a second. Now, being a custom light, you don't get specs like, you know, waterproof rating and drop rating and things like that. But as I just said, if you put it in water and it stuffs up, you send it to Jeff. Oh, okay, the head's starting to warm up now. So nothing uncomfortable, but definitely warming up. Also, I should mention that this light would definitely have, I didn't even have to check with Jeff, but this light would definitely have low voltage protection. So I wouldn't worry about having an unprotected battery in this and running it flat, because it will go out. The light will stop working before the unprotected cell is over discharged. Okay, look, getting warm, but not uncomfortable. As you can see, I'm still holding it. I'd be holding it like this, looking around. Nah, look, it's fine. It gets warm, but it's not getting uncomfortably warm. It really, really isn't. And if it did, I would move my grip back here and there's no problem, because it's just freezing cold back here. There's no heat being transferred into the body whatsoever. It is all in the head and still not too hot. So fantastic. And I'll just get that back down low. So, all right, let's go outside, check out some night shots, and then we'll come back for some final thoughts. I have mentioned the price already, 450 American dollars. All right, well, let's go night shots. All right, here it is, the DC0. Now, that is on the lowest output. Check that out. Talk about useful in, it's not quite a moonlight mode, I would say, but it's a really nice low mode, and it does serve well for next to the bed, absolutely. Great optic here too. Gives you a nice beam spread. Now, that's medium. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll just zoom out just so you can see. And now I'll bring it to natural zoom. And look at that. That is just gorgeous. I'll step back a bit so you can see. Look at that. And then off and on. Brightest level there. So it's got a great optic degree, I'd say. Really beautiful. Lights up the whole front yard with ease. Beautiful tint as well. Just a phenomenal light. Lives up to the hype in every single way. And then back to lowest output there. Medium, high, and just zoom it out just so you can see what it's doing. Yeah, even when zoomed out. And then back to regular. It's a warm night and it's not getting too hot either. So evenly spread in that titanium, the heat is. All right, see ya. So look, if you can pick one of these up, I would say do it. If you like an EDC light, I'd say do it. I'd say they're amazing lights. You can pick one up that is friggin' broken and not working and contact Jeff and say, hey, bought a Okluma DC0, it's kind of not working. Can I send it in for repairs? And as far as my knowledge goes, he'll say, yeah, no worries. So again, going back to what my mate said, you're not just buying a light, you're buying a promise that this light is going to be fixed if it stuffs up at all. This is the warranty that Jeff offers. So thank you, Jeff, for making such brilliant lights. Someone out there, for goodness sake, send me a DC1 and a DC2 so I can do a bloody comparison video with the lot of them. That would be fantastic. All right, guys, I better stop there because I will ramble for a long time otherwise. But look, the Okluma DC0 is a phenomenal EDC light. If you can get your hands on one, if you're lucky enough to, grab one, man. You will not regret it. Until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.